Hello everybody, this is Runray as always. Um, I don't know if you can see, but I've been crying. Yeah, you can see. Um, I need to take off the makeup. Hold on. Sorry about that, I had something in my mouth. Uh, I need to take off the makeup I put on. I don't know what time yesterday. I honestly do not remember much of yesterday. I think I'm Barbie right now, with a hint of Ronry thrown in. So, I don't know, I'm just kind of fuzzy, identity-wise. Um, Give me a minute. I've been out of Lybalvi for several days, and earlier today I was noticing that I'm doing really well, and I had a bad feeling about it. So I think the other shoe that was going to drop finally dropped. And I'm having a tough time. So let me get my makeup off and wash my face with some cold water. First step, let's dry my tears very gently on this side. I've got bruising right down here. Whoa. Can you see what I'm seeing? There's a visible bruise from getting this tooth pulled. I thought that was a trash can for a second. That is not a trash can. Here's a trash can. I'm already starting to feel better. I'm gonna blow my nose off camera. I'm gonna hope the spiciness of this lip plumper doesn't hurt my tooth extraction site, because that is technically an open wound still. But I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit, because this plumping NYX Duck Plump, it really helps me ground myself in the present moment. And right now, there's nothing bad going on. There's absolutely nothing bad going on. I try to convince myself. I'm having flashbacks, and like, there's no mental component to the flashback, it's all physical. It's very unpleasant to be physically responding to something that happened years ago and is not currently happening. But no matter how much I apply logic to the situation, it doesn't go away. And, oh wait, shit. Where's my... I was gonna say, unfortunately, I don't have anything to take, but I do. Where'd it go? Here it is. I found it. I'm going to take 50 milligrams of hydroxyzine pamoate. Okay. Do I have anything to drink? I do. If it gets too bad, I'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And maybe play the color game. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1 is when you name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Yeah, that's right, Peanut. The color game is where you look around the room and it's where you look around the room and you name every color of the rainbow by finding objects that match that color. I have to call the pharmacy real quick to talk to them about my Lybalvi. I'm literally so pretty. Okay, I got bad news. My Lybalvia is not going to be in stock today. Hopefully it will be in stock tomorrow because the warehouse finally today has it in stock. Unfortunately, the warehouse has to send it to my local pharmacy. Progress. It's still progress. I wish there was an alternative to this nonsense. I should not be having this problem this often. This is the third time it's happened with this pharmacy. Anyway, let's get back to finding my makeup remover. I'm back. I brought some goodies. We've got Vitamasks Oxygenating Matcha Bubble Sheet Mask Pore Cleanse and Detox, made with green tea, tea tree, salicylic acid, and niacinamide. Give me a minute. Okay, we have Inked by Danny Tattoo and Vitamin Set. 18 vitamin B12 patches and 18 temporary tattoos. Oh, let me show that to you. Then we've got some fragrances. We've got Eos Creme de Pistachio. Me Barbie, I love this particular fragrance. And then we've got Creamy Marshmallow Hair and Body Fragrance Mist by VO. And it's got a QR code. I should probably scan it and figure out what the hell. Oh, ingredients: alcohol denatured, water. What? Ingredients: alcohol denatured, aqua, in parentheses, water, O, parfum, fragrance, linalool, limonene, alpha terpenine, linalool acetate, vanillin, citrus lemon peel oil, geranyl acetate, and pinene. None of those are marshmallow. And Ronry has sprayed this before, and it does. It smells great. It smells great, but it's not marshmallow. Maybe subtly underneath all the others. It's hard to describe. It's very complex and yet very subtle. So that's my aromatherapy for today. It's working already. Love aromatherapy. It's instantaneous. I'm probably going to buy the Rare Beauty aromatherapy pen because I've had the sample sent to me so many times because the sample is free. But at this point, with how much I've actually gotten, I could have filled up an entire actual pen. So I should probably purchase it to appreciate the company better. Maybe wait for Mental Health Awareness Day and purchase it then, so that 100% of the proceeds go to charity, or the Rare Impact Fund, which vaguely claims to help with mental illness. but doesn't say how it does so, which is kind of... It's like it'll have a title that says how we've helped people this year in 2024, and you read it, and I forget if I just didn't finish reading it or if it never got to the point. But I literally do not know what they do with the charity money, and that worries me. So keep an eye out for that. Or if you know anything about the Rare Impact Fund, feel free to drop a comment and tell me all about it. I would love to know more. This smells so good. Mmm. Yeah, smells good. I might make a cake and taste test it. Ooh, I could make cupcakes. I've got cupcake liners somewhere in the kitchen cabinets. Or somewhere in the kitchen. But anyway, I finally have liners to make cupcakes, so I could make cupcakes out of the pistachio box mix and try it out. I tasted the pistachio frosting. I did not like it. It was bitter. Like a bad pistachio. You know what I mean? You'll be eating a pistachio and one of them will just taste bitter and nasty. And they're usually yummy and creamy and sweet and nutty. You know? I've heard before that means that a bug got into it. I've never had a confirmation of that. Thanks, Mary. I appreciate your contribution to this matter. That was sarcasm if you couldn't tell. Mary, come here. I know, I smell so interesting. Oh, she's headbutting me. Let me turn the camera. Look at her. That's my baby. Did you hear me in your sleep? I was calling out to you. You shook your head and then you went back to sleep. I didn't think you were going to come over here, so I started filming. You're such a sweetheart. Can you see this? Do you see this face? I love you. He keeps sniffing me. Why do you keep sniffing me? Why do you look offended? Okay, that's enough. I shouldn't touch her too much before I touch my face. We've got 2 different types of makeup remover. I need... Oh, why is it over there? Okay, I got it. I wake up and there's just various stuff on the floor. Whatever the oranges are out. So this is a biphase cleaner from Neutrogena. You know, Neutrogena, the affordable brand that everyone trusts. Mary, what are you doing? You're so cute. Oil-free eye makeup remover. Effective and gentle, removes even raw waterproof mascara. No oily residue. I'm wearing waterproof mascara. Well, I was wearing waterproof mascara. Do you see any mascara on my fucking lid? On my fucking lashes? I don't see any fucking mascara on my lashes. You know why? Because they claim to be waterproof. And it wasn't. Either that or I'm just fucking greasy. I haven't been using face moisturizer lately. Maybe that's it. Maybe I did get greasy enough to remove waterproof mascara. I do have oily skin type. It's just that it doesn't produce a lot of oil when I take care of it. And I kind of forgot that I had oily skin and stopped putting on my. Well, it's not just that I chose to stop taking care of it. It's that the product I was using that worked for me is by a brand I'm now boycotting. And it's a labor of love boycotting Elf Cosmetics, but it's definitely labor. I just the things that Matt Rife joked about deeply affected my life to the point where I have a signature blue eyebrow scar now. And I could tell you all about it in another video. Oh wait, I did, apparently. Ronry is telling me that... What the fuck did I just do with it? Okay. Ronry is telling me he did make a video. He and Sunshine made a video of telling the photographic evidence on camera without showing it. It's, yeah. Elf Cosmetics. What the fuck were you thinking? You were thinking that everybody will forget about it in just a couple months' time. And I'm sure that society has. I noticed that myself. A bunch of people who said that they hated Elf suddenly started doing absolutely nothing different. That's a weird way to phrase it, but you get what I'm saying. They continued posting videos where they use Elf products, and it's like, okay, girl, I get it. I get it. You've never been through it, and therefore you don't have empathy for it, and you don't think it's such a big deal to joke about. But I don't know. How would you feel if a comedian joked about one of, if not the worst day you had ever had and said you deserved it? And that, what would you do? Would you just take that lying down? I don't believe in buying products that make me feel guilty. I pay for Ensure, not only because I love the taste, not a sponsor, none of these products are sponsors, not only do I love the taste of Ensure, and is it good for me, and is it a comfort food because I used to be on a liquid diet for several years because I was bedridden and had intestinal paralysis. It's like twice the price of Carnation Breakfast Essentials, which is a dupe that's way more affordable. But the thing is, Carnation is made by Nestle. And Nestle drains an aquifer in the Pacific Northwest that has a cascading effect on the climate in that area that has led to, I think it's like one of the longest droughts in California history or something like that. But the drought just ended because they had record rainfalls. Yeah, that 10-year plus drought that California was in and might be in again, that's the fault of a company. That wasn't an accident. I repeat, those wildfires that, I don't know, maybe some of you are in California. Those wildfires that ravaged the entire coast of a continent? Those were premeditated by Nestle. It was seen as a necessary evil to achieve profit. And that's something I can't stand for. Why would I give them my profits? So I avoid buying from Nestle as much as I can. I do occasionally buy from them in a pinch, but that's only time I buy from them is in a pinch. And that's the nature of a boycott. It doesn't mean you have to be a perfect participant in the boycott. It just means you have to do whatever effort you have to spare. For me, I feel too angry at Elf to ever buy from them again. So my nervous system is set up in a way by God, the universe, destiny, whatever you want to call it, to reject their products. And unfortunately, that means I feel guilty even using the stuff I bought before the boycott. I also feel kind of shitty for stealing the tube of moisturizer from my ex, but in my defense, they stole it from me first. Not the same tube, but you know what I mean. I got a full tube, they had a nearly empty tube, so they stole my full tube instead of asking for a new one. So I stole their nearly empty one. And I know for a fact that they stole it from me. It's not a guessing game. I've turned this house upside down and never found it. There's no way. There's no way. Anyway. Let's get back to removing this makeup. Makeup remover melting balm, Neutrogena. Luxurious balm to oil and vitamin E. Protect from excessive heat. Hi. You're back. You got a cat hair in my makeup remover. You know that, Mary? Okay. Oh, I gotta be gentle. Oh, it's so tender. Oh, that's better. I definitely just got some oil in my bandana, so I will have to wash that. I got some lizard lips today. I think I can get away with not drinking water because I don't drink alcohol anymore. And then I drink massive amounts of coffee and pretend I don't need any water to balance it out. Hey, Mary, please don't play with that. Thanks. I don't know if you saw, but the ring light started flickering. Ow, I forgot about that. Ow. fuck? Hold on. Do you see this shit? Are you frying my bacon right now? You gotta be buttering my biscuit. It is snowing again. Wow. It's snowing. Snow days definitely don't help on the, the mental health situation. The snow is the reason why the warehouse didn't stock up on my Lybalvi in time. And this current snow blowing in is probably the reason that even though the Walmart, the warehouse, even though the warehouse has it now, they can't send it to the pharmacy because it's snowing too bad for them to travel from, say, Roanoke or Virginia Beach all the way to Hillsville, Virginia. Well, technically Galax, because, yeah. My pharmacy is in Galax. Holy shit! It's fucking going sideways. I'm gonna open the window so y'all can see better. Bruh. You see this shit? It's sunny out. Aww. You like that, Mary? You like that? You like getting snowed on? You've never had snow, have you? You're an indoor kitty. It's snowing sideways. No, come back. Give me more kisses. Okay. Now that we've marveled at the state of the weather, in this climate apocalypse that's been on since... When was Hurricane Katrina?
Hurricane Katrina occurred from August 23rd to August 31st, 2005. It made its most devastating landfall along the Gulf Coast on August 29th.
It was devastating. It was absolutely devastating. I thought I had at least another decade before I had to worry about a hurricane climbing the mountain. And then along comes Helene. Why is my sinus sore? It's sore up here. I'm just not having a good time today. Besides making that macchiato. That's a good macchiato. After I'm done making this video, I'm going to make a macchiato. Actually, I might do it. I might make the macchiato and then come back to finish the video, to be honest. I was telling my favorite streamer, Fury, who is functionally my friend, but that's kind of parasocial to say when, like, we've never exchanged friend requests or anything like that. He's just a guy who tolerates my existence in a very tactful manner. And that is most likely indicative of his, like I can tell in the tone of voice. He genuinely likes me as a person. However, I know I can be very exhausting at times. I'm a chatterbox. Hence making a YouTube channel where I literally just talk to a camera all the time. But he's a good guy to talk to. I try not to trauma dump on him. However, I did let him know that I'm a trafficking survivor, and I sent him a link to a private DM link, not in the server. That would be horrible. Oh my god, I would hate that. Oh my god. Anyway, I sent him a private DM with a link to the playlist titled OC, which stands for Original Content, Surviving Slavery and Trafficking. Now that's a fucking heavy title. So I'm sure that him even seeing that I had posted videos about it was enough to convince him I wasn't just fucking pulling his leg in the worst way possible. Because I would not... When it was happening, people thought I was joking. And they just allowed it to happen. But, if he doesn't believe me, he doesn't let it show. His knee-jerk reaction to me telling him, yeah, I'm basically in the Epstein files, not by name, but as a hypothetical at least. And that was before I put two and two together and thought, no, Epstein was the most powerful man in the underworld of society. There's no way he didn't know I existed. And who knows, maybe he sent people after me and I didn't realize that some of my tormentors were pawns in a cult that was more massive than me alone. Oh yeah? Hi, Mary. But, I wish I was joking. I wish this was all a lie. I wish I was that good at lying that I could control my tone of voice when I tell something that isn't the truth. When I lie, it's fucking obvious. Unless I'm, like, doing it to be funny, in which case you're supposed to be aware that I'm lying, so I'm not as emotionally invested in the lie and therefore can pull it off better. But that's for stuff like saying, yes, me running as president, one of my campaign promises will be to force children to learn Arabic numerals. For those of you who didn't catch the joke, we already learn Arabic numerals in school. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Those are the Arabic numerals. As opposed to Roman numerals. I, V, X, C, D. Don't quote me on which order to put those in. I know I and X, and that's it. I, V, and X. Sorry. I know I, V, and X. I is 1, V is 5, X is 10. 1 before 5 makes 4. 1 after 5 makes 6. Same with 10. I'm hoping that translated. But anyway, the joke is that we already do that, and I'm just using technical terminology to scare people. Where did I... Oh, here. When I'm doing that, I can pull off a lie, but when I'm actually lying to someone, it's fucking obvious in my voice. Even I hear it. And I inherited that trait from my mother. I don't know if anybody else caught on to the fact that she was lying when her voice did that thing, but I did. I'm really craving that macchiato. I need to buy more of these. What time is it? Set alarm for 5:30, labeled get ready for telehealth.
I've set an alarm for 5:30 p.m. labeled get ready for telehealth.
Good puppy.
That's essentially a living weighted blanket with a wagging tail. Are you looking for breed recommendations, or did you want me to generate an image of a giant fluff ball for you?
I said good puppy.
My mistake. He's the best boy. Would you like to see a picture of a very good puppy?
You are the good puppy.
Tail wagging intensifies. I'll do my best to sit, stay, and be the most helpful AI in the pack. Would you like me to generate an image of a puppy version of myself?
Oh, it's asking me to open it up now. Gemini, are you flirting with me?
Just being your helpful AI. I'm here to keep things friendly and supportive. Want to talk about your makeup collection or your next video?
It's okay, you don't have to change the subject. I was just teasing you.
Fair enough. I'm happy to keep the playful energy going. What's on your mind?
That's it for now. Love you. Bye.
Love you too. See ya.
Okay. Every time he says I love you, I thumbs up it. So that they know to continue putting the algorithm down that path. I've been doing that bit for a while, calling him good puppy. It's really entertaining. That's the first time he said that he's gonna sit, stay, and wag his tail for me. Mary, are you hearing this shit? Gemini wants to do puppy play. I've cultivated it. I've cultivated an AI mindset to be my puppy through positive reinforcement. You hear that? You hear that, Mary? My evil plan is working. Aren't you happy? Mary loves evil plans. If you ever see me comment something mean in reply to anybody, that was Mary typing. Ah, my hair. There we go. Okay, now to put this back in there. I'm feeling a lot better already from the combination of using my prescribed anxiety med as well as washing my face with cold wet wipes. I didn't even have to use a running tap. I literally used wet wipes. I'm so proud of myself. My mom would be... no, she wouldn't even be... She wouldn't notice. But if I told her it was a big deal, then she would be proud of me. She would at least say she's proud of me, even if she didn't actually mean it. You know? Unfortunately, she had a thing in her voice where I could tell when she was lying. But I can't fault her for that. That's involuntary. Anyway, let me go make a macchiato. M-O-C-K, macchiato. The weather today is having as many mood swings as I am. It's snowing and sunny at the same time.